Ubisoft has done a great job with patches for Odyssey recently, adding some pretty cool free content and a lot of new features to make the game even better, but they did not tell you about everything. In this video I want to do a rundown of all the secret changes Ubisoft did recently that you might have missed, including a nerf for one legendary armor piece and way more. So let's get into it. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated and let's go. Let's start with one secret change for the most recent update 1.11. It's a pretty funny one actually, where Ubisoft first added different horse sounds for selecting a mount in update 1.06. They secretly removed that in 1.11. Now you only hear something when you select a new horse, but it's not the horse sound. So for some reason Ubisoft did not like this addition after all, so they removed it. It was fun while it lasted. The newest legendary bow in Odyssey first did not have a quiver like we see Steropis' bow here before update 1.07 without a quiver, but if you use this pretty strong bow right now, then we do see a quiver with the sort of green touches here and there, so glad they changed it. Just like the live event ship design, remember that first did not look like the ship we had to defeat for this design. Like when we first got it, it was very similar to the regular Adrestia design. Well, now we can sail as the shadowed nymph as intended, looking pretty cool. Of course, you do these live events mostly for the Orichalcum, and a nice quality of life feature is now that you see the item from the weekly selection in the Eagle store, even if you already got it. So first it would not appear, but now Ubisoft shows it with a completion mark if you already got it, instead of not showing it to you at all. Also for me, Epic Gear would sometimes have this completion mark even if I did not own the item or owned it but with different stats. This should now have been fixed as well, but they did not note this in the patch notes, so a secret change right there. So yes, one of the biggest changes with the most recent update 1.11 were the changes made to the set bonuses for the legendary gear, while the engraving perks that you can put on weapons or other pieces of gear stayed the same. Well, before that update, Ubisoft actually secretly nerfed the set bonus and engraving from one of the armor sets, namely the Greek hero set. It first had plus 20% all resist, and that was then changed to 15% all resist. So right now the legendary set bonus for wearing the full Greek hero set is 30% all resist, but we can still see it at the engraving of this armor set that it is 15%, while it was again at launch 20%. So they first thought the plus 20% all resist was too overpowered, so they nerfed it to 15%, but then with the recent update where they increased the power of almost all the legendary armor sets, they increased it to 30%. So again, interesting for sure. It's pretty weird that Ubisoft never talked about the new ship upgrades, because it was a big surprise when update 1.07 hit that we got new things to put our resources in. And no agent tablets, only a lot of resources you get easily by dismantling different gear pieces you find in the world. We got a great comparison shot here from Genotype Jim that he shared with me on Twitter, showing the differences between a fully upgraded ship before and after the new upgrades. We see an insane 100,000 health increase for the ship. Arrow damage and especially the fire damage was significantly increased if you upgraded with the two new upgrades. Like the arrows and the javelins got two new upgrades instead of one, and the javelins saw most increase in terms of damage. Not weird, because they always did the most damage compared to the arrows. Ramming damage saw an almost 50,000 damage increase, and the ship armor has been increased as well. So a nice comparison, man, thanks for sharing. It also changed the look of your ship a little bit, as we see with the new blade battering ram in this shot from Crown's Forge on Twitter. It also looks like a new Gameplan feature was added recently with update 1.11 that will help you when you are stuck in certain missions in Odyssey by showing you a video of how to complete that certain challenge. Like I haven't seen this before, Access the Animus highlighted this in their recent update 1.11 video, so shout out to them for letting me use their footage as well. Link to their highlight video in the description down below, and of course check them out on social media for all Assassin's Creed news. So yes, this Gameplan feature takes you to a browser where you can view the footage of the mission you are at. Again, I don't think I've seen this feature before, so it's likely new, but of course correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. Also new is that if you have the purchased map tab active in Assassin's Creed Odyssey while looking at the map, that you can now see the viewpoints as well. So first you would only see Agent Tablet's locations or Orichalcum, but now you also see the viewpoints, so you can easily like travel to that location to get the thing that you want. Thanks to Dude Man for sharing that in the comments of a recent video. We got some secret changes for the Spartan Renegade horse, where it first only had one of these belts, as we see in the footage of before the update. Well, it now has multiple of them, as Ian Alvarez pointed out on Twitter. Like we see 3 now on the back, while the rest of the sort of armor with the chains stays the same. So pretty interesting that they changed the armor of this pretty average looking horse. A secret I already noted in my update video is that the hard mode tip is gone. That hinted at a future event where the hard mode versions of these mythical creatures would be returning for a new legendary set. Again, I noted this already, but it makes sense in this secret changes video for sure. We also got a secret change that is connected to this hard mode mythical creature event that is coming. And then I'm of course talking about the 2 new fast travel spots that some people see in their game for the new mythical creatures that were added post launch, including RGs that is not in the game yet. We will see him likely in January, and then the hard mode bosses after that in February, although I hope to see them sooner than that. Speaking of things that are not in the game yet, we got Nanook62, who found a new Athenian soldier on the wall in Athens that I and many other people on the forums as well haven't discovered yet. So weird that this bare-chested man is suddenly there as a soldier for Athens. Well, he is dead now, so that is the end of it, I guess. I told you about the Eagle Copis sword giveaway in a recent video. I will link to that at the end of this one, so you can check it out if you haven't already. But there's actually another exclusive Ubisoft Club sword that you can easily get by inserting a code on a Ubisoft website. So I thought I would share that here with you. It's regarding the Aposolon blade that is just like the Copis, a blue sword, but you can of course still use it in the visual customization feature. So what you have to do is go to the redeemubisoft.com/Assassin's Creed Odyssey website. Don't worry, I put a link in the description down below, and then log into your Ubisoft Club account that you have linked to your game, and then put this code in that you see on the screen here. Then just select the platform you play on, and bam, you got this new weapon in the game. So I had the game still running when I did that, and then I went to the Ubisoft Club section of the game, and then back into my inventory, and then it appeared. But otherwise you can just restart the game and then you should see it. But if you have the game running and do this code, then it will likely not appear immediately. But then just go to the Ubisoft Club section or restart the game as I said before, and then it should work. So shout outs to Primus Palace on Reddit for sharing this code so we can all get this weapon. Subscribe of course for everything Odyssey. The weekly reset is tomorrow, likely with the new gear pack and also maybe the Lost Tales of Greece mission. I will of course keep you up to date here, so subscribe to miss nothing. Like this video to support channel, and yes, I still get a ton of freaking Hades Lieutenant messages from people that got it, so I want it as well. Let's go, as always, at the end of my videos, to the Eagles of the Olympian store and test my luck to see if I can finally get this freaking Hades Lieutenant. Let's get into it. We did get a legendary item the last time, but yeah, not the one we want. So now we're back at the Eagles store. We will spend our last leftover Orichalcum before we go into the weekly reset. That is of course every Tuesday. So let's get into it. I can open 2 this video, so that should actually be fun. Ooh, another legendary! The Greek Halo. Or actually Greek Hello. That's awesome. The daggers. So I only needed, from the Helix store, I of course get every pack to review it here on the channel. I needed 2 legendary weapons and all the lieutenants. And I think some ship things. But yeah, anyway, I'm pretty happy with these daggers. 15% all damage, but minus 15% health. Okay, crit damage, assassin damage. This is actually a really cool perk, because if you just want to go full on aggressive. Oh wow, I'm really happy with these. Let's show you them in the game as well, before we open our last. So, remember that sort of theory where I said, oh yeah, you need to like open them after each other. Well, actually I did not say that, but other people said it. Not really the case. I don't believe it at all. Because, oh god damn it, the photo mode is stuck. Well, let's see what these, that's of course the spear. Looking pretty sweet, looking pretty sweet. Cool assassin daggers. Awesome. And we got the engraving unlocked of course as well. So, low chance that this will be an epic. I mean, we got 2 legendaries after each other. That's actually really, really good. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. Hades Lieutenant. Yeah. Ooh, an epic, of course. The Meat Grinder. Hunter damage, poison damage, and adrenaline per grid. Not bad. Not bad, I would say. But yeah, I prefer using my fire arrows as a hunter player. But still, I'm happy with this. I'm really happy with what we got. Cool new daggers. Better than only that epic crap. So, I got like 10 epic things after each other. And now we finally have some cool loot. But not what I want. So, I will of course continue it. Maybe next week. Of course, tomorrow we get a whole lot of new Orichalcum. And I will test my luck in future videos. So subscribe for everything Odyssey, of course. If you got some cool things that you see, like secret changes or something, totally hit me up on Twitter at JorRaptor, Instagram JorRaptor, or in the comments of my videos. Or the most recent video works the best. And of course, like this video to support channel. Check out my video on leaked gear that will be coming to the game, including a very cool mount. And I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.